everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 11th ranked team, the North Texas Mean Green. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Lets it fly out of the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
A lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
Solid gain, moves the ball up to the 47. It'll be first down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
Grab down the middle. It's Kramer. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Tight end makes the grab. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
What a valuable commodity for this offense. You get down into the red zone, the defense is worried about the receivers to the outside. Who better to get the ball to than the big tight end to be able to pick up a first down in the red area? Beautiful play.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. looking to set up a screen pass here. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Well, these screen passes are all about timing. I really thought the offense looked like they tipped their hand. The defense started to kind of drift that way towards the screen, and by the time the running back catches the ball, there's just nowhere to go.
And this one is right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. You come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Opening play of the drive. He looks right for a completion. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Well, the receiver does all the work here, man. That is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. He's found some room at the 45. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screen play works.
Well, that's exactly why you dial up the screen. Defense is over-committing to the pass rush and trying to apply pressure on the quarterback. Great execution, plenty of space available, and, man, he had a convoy downfield to help him pick up big yards.
And the Aggies come up to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, A&M. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. North Texas's offense is back out there now. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. He's looking deep here. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Finally tackled out the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone.
Man, that is a big play by this offense. Now they move the ball into the red zone. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you better be ready, because the momentum that they've created, they're probably going to take a shot to the end zone right here.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The offense eager to keep this drive going, but facing a 3rd and long from the 20 now. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. And the coach leaves his offense on the field to go for this one, needing to get a first down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Mean Green. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Point after, up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. A handoff to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Crosses the 10. He could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Aggies.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Mean Green offense is back on the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this...
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, just what they wanted. They got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
And now another deep ball here. Oh, the pass is picked off. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down after that previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Hit as he threw. He's going deep here. The pass is intercepted. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. The offense gets a chance to start with a short field. They'll try the right here. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Linebackers making some adjustments now. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. This one will be fair caught. And here comes comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Oh, he's looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early. Allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Puts him up 5. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it's caught from inside the 20. Tackle is made at the 38. That's a good kick return. And now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, this sack was on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that third down. Let's see what their decision is on fourth down coming up.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. And the defense make adjustments here. They try to run it with the option. He'll toss it to the back. Breaking free at midfield. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, A&M.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from just inside the 25. Tackle is made at the 35. Good job by the kick return at that time. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. They'll run it from the gun. Ball carrier finding open space. And just like that, in one play, they've moved into scoring position at the 23.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
They stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a go.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for the wide out. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
This one is right through.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. It's a shotgun run call.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
The Aggies looking to run some tempo here.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He lets it go on the move. Off target and incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got it for a big gain.
Huge gain here by Texas A&M on a perfectly thrown ball and a great play by the wide receiver on the back end. These Texas A&M receivers can hurt you with their speed and execution when they get the ball thrown downfield.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Here's the throw deep downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Worked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the North Texas offense back on the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Mean Green.
We see more and more of this in college football. You get the right guy in that slot. They can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. The kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. Catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More. First down.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Breaks loose at the 45. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. The ball is picked off. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender, and he throws the interception.
Important second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They stop him, but it's a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Here's the second down play. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. Quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball, and eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and affect him.
They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Yeah, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch, and the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
1st and goal, handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Pass caught. Can he get in? He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So they won't take a shot at the end zone. Out comes the field goal team trying to get 3 before the end of the half. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Powers through. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Second down after that run on the previous play. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. Oh, what a cut, and still going. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
But these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. You already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And the Aggies look to keep this drive moving. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. He'll take a deep shot. Deep ball caught inside the 10. And they stop it just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
On first down, it's play action. Looking to scramble to his left. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
What a call with a play action down inside the 5-yard line. Completely froze the defense. Their eyes are in the backfield, locked in on the quarterback. They lost focus on where he might be throwing the football. Made it an easy read for the quarterback and a touchdown.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. He makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. North Texas's offense is back out there now. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. An effective play, good for a first down at the 35.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Gain moves it to the 35, first down again. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Looking to throw it on first down. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The sack sets up second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's a fumble. Looks like the defense has it.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the Mean Green offense is back on the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Man, with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? He's running out of time here. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to chuck it again. Makes a quick grab. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. A lot of time in the pocket, now fires over the middle. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're looking to protect the lead and protect the football. The last possession, remember, ended in a fumble. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush closing in. Here's trouble. The ball is knocked loose in the end zone. And this is going to be a safety.
Well, you just got to have more awareness here as a ball carrier. What in the world are you doing? You're on your side of the 50. You're running backwards like that. Eventually, the defense sees this. They can't believe their eyes. They're rallying to the football, and they come up with a safety.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Offense trots out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. They give it to the big fullback here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
One thing about the college game is everybody likes to run a version of the spread. But there's still an opportunity every once in a while for the old fullback to get in there and show you what he can do. He reminds you on that play right there.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver makes the grab. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. An inside give now from the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Mean Green. And they will claim the second half lead. A
That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Extra point makes it a 2-point lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give their returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last time out there, they surrendered a safety.
Tackled at the 35, good enough for a first down.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. He just can't take the sack.
The pocket breaking down. Breaks loose at the 40. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it to the third quarter of play.
1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Powering through. Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Buying time, moving to his left. Catch made down inside the 20. Touchdown, A&M. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all you got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the North Texas offense back on the field. They're going to run it. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide.
That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Wow, what a play by this safety. Sometimes you'll see teams around the country not willing to play much cover 2 because they're concerned about the safety and coverage. But in this case, man, he played it perfectly, read the football, and made the interception.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion, an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver, and then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game flip. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game, and they've been pushed all around. That's 6 sacks surrendered already in this game.
Fair catch made at the 10. North Texas's offense is back out there now. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Gets rid of it on the move. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out in the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback in this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. Two guys up front line up. It's first down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Looking to pass here on second down. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, how many times do we see this late in the fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
First down at 10. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Running back grabs it on the screen. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is finally made, but not before a big gain. They'll spot it at the 24.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the fourth quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Tackle, but first down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up the first down.
Oh, it's a reverse. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. He's going to hand this off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Try and muscle for the first down. Touchdown, North Texas. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
Coach deciding to keep the offense out there, go for a 2-point conversion, and extend the lead to 3. Back in motion now. And he'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. The try fails. Instead of going up by 3, still a 1-point game here in the fourth quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here.
The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
You head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Boy, this young man is doing everything he can to keep his team in this game, and this play checks all the boxes. Need a first down? Check. Get out of bounds and stop the clock? Check. Avoid himself getting a big hit? That's a big check.
Picks up the first, looking for more. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy. Gain 45.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Pressure is coming. Contact as he let the ball go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Looks to the left, pass caught. Running with purpose. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
It's an out route, the catch made. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
You call a quick out on third down, I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
First and goal. Any points will give them the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Touchdown, Aggies.
They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
He'll run it into the end zone for the two-point try to build the lead up to 7. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the Mean Green offense is back on the field now. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, would have been a game-clinching interception. Couldn't hold on. Brings up second down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
Here's the handoff. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. It's caught downfield. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion. First and goal. Late touchdown here would just about secure the victory.
They'll try to run this one in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. It's always a special year when after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. You're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.